realizing that these men low-key be the same type of man over and over again. Different hair, different trauma, different wardrobe, but somehow the same emotional blueprint. And we eat it up every single time. I know I do. You've got the loyal one, the emotionally constipated one, the dramatic prince, the broken one that needs therapy, and somehow, some way, every time we're like, yes, that one, I'll take him. But once I really sat down and thought about it, I realized that these shoujo male leads fall into very clear archetypes. Now, I've been on an archetype kick lately, so just hang in there with me. They look different on the surface, but emotionally, they're built on the same kind of framework. So let's talk about 3 of them right now. Up first, the self-motivated protector. Enter Tuxedo Mask. This man does not ask for permission. He does not consult. He does not explain himself. When he sees danger, he's already on the rooftop. Something feels off, he's already made a decision. Here's the key though. He doesn't protect Usagi because she's weak. He protects her because he has chosen her. So that makes all the difference. He makes calls on his own. He carries the burden on his own, sometimes to the point where it's actually pretty irritating. Because this archetype believes protection is love. There is something undeniably attractive about a man who moves before you even realize that you're in danger. But the tension with this type is that he doesn't always let you in. He'll shield you, but he might not share what it costs him. That's the self-motivated protector. He loves through action, through instinct, through stepping in before you fall. And we saw that a lot in Sailor Moon. He would unilaterally make his own decisions for what he thought was best to protect Usagi, and she was completely in the blue. She did not, know what was going on, but he still chose to protect her that way. Next, we have the strategic devotee, and this time we'll be talking about Arnold Hind from 7 Time Loop. Not every shoujo man is a rooftop vigilante. So with Arnold, this man is not loud, he's not impulsive, he's not reactive. In fact, he's very calculating and observant. He's very intentional. Arnold does not protect Riche with theatrics. He protects her with his foresight. He listens to her, he studies her, he supports her plans instead of overriding them. He doesn't make decisions for her. He makes decisions with her in mind. Now, this is the strategic devotee, the man who chooses once and commits deeply. The kind of man who says, if I'm with you, then I'm gonna make my whole kingdom work on your schedule. That kind of devotion is quiet, it's permanent. He doesn't really love that loudly, that boldly, but he does love deliberately. And that can feel either incredibly safe or maybe even incredibly intense, because once he's in, he's not halfway in, he's all the way in. And let me just say, Arnold was somebody that when I seen him, I was like, okay, I'm digging this vibe. I'm digging this one. Arnold definitely had me in the first episode. From the first time I seen him, I was like, okay, I need to know what you want. Next, we have the one that you either really, really love or you really, really hate, and that is Kyo Soma, the wounded redeemer. Now, Kyo is angry, he's defensive, he's competitive, he's traumatized. He don't start off polished at all. No type of polish on him. He doesn't even start off emotionally open. He really believes that he doesn't deserve love. And that's kind of the point. With this particular archetype, it's less of I'll save you and more of please don't give up on me. Now, Kyo doesn't really need to protect Toru. He kind of does he kind of tries to from Akito, but that's really kind of not the dynamic that we needed to see from those two. More so, he needs to be forgiven by her for how harsh she was and how he kind of was just cold and distant. He needs to grow for her. His love language isn't really grand gestures. It's his transformation. He becomes better over time, slowly. It's messy, it's painful, but that's kind of what makes this archetype unique, because he doesn't come fully formed in the beginning. He becomes worthy over time. And to me, that of all of these archetypes that I'm even describing, this one feels the most human. It feels the most real. It feels the most earned. It feels most like somebody that we will encounter in real life. So now here's what actually clicked for me. These 3 men look and act nothing alike. One is a masked vigilante, one is a calculating prince, and one is a traumatized, cursed zodiac with anger issues. But they all kind of serve the same emotional function. They choose who they want, they stay, and they prioritize her. Some of them have, more of like a straight line journey to that. Some of them is more like this, but either way, they're gonna get to the woman that they want. Whether it's through protection, strategy, or redemption, shoujo men are written to center the emotional safety of the woman lead. That's why they feel different from shonen male leads. You know, they're not proving themselves to the world first, they're proving themselves in the relationship. And that's why we love them so much. Because yes, show up for your woman, let us know that you really want her. So now I gotta ask though, which one is your weakness? Would you fall for the self-motivated protector, the strategic devotee, or the wounded redeemer? And be honest, don't lie in them comments either, because I know which one y'all like, so I'm gonna clock that T. Truthfully speaking though, maybe it's not that shoujo men are better. Maybe it's that they're, you know, written in a way to prioritize things that we don't always see. So it just, again, that boils down to preference, what kind of men you like. If that's your speed, if you even like men at all, I don't know. Also, just a little tidbit here. I did make up the names of these archetypes. There are real, you know, archetypes for different personalities and different tropes in romance, but these three I just made up myself. So don't get on Google trying to find these, y'all. These are, these were self-made. So if you want to see more breakdowns like this, especially on how shoujo men feel different from shonen men, go check out that video next, and don't forget to subscribe. When one arc ends, another one begins. See you next time.